Use a drill to drill holes into the blocks for all the skewers to be placed in. You will be using the small skewers for the reindeers and the big skewers for the trees. Grab one of the small skewers and place it into the hole. Grab your reindeer and measure how long you need the skewer to be for the reindeer. Use your tool cutter to cut the skewer to the size you need for the reindeer. You're going to do the same thing with the bigger skewer and the tree. Do the same thing for the remaining skewers. Once you have all your skewers cut the size you need, you will now use your glue gun to add glue to the holes and then grab your skewers and place them into the holes you made with the drill. Grab your glue gun and one of the reindeers because you are going to glue the reindeer onto the skewer. On the back of the reindeer, there is an area where the skewer fits perfectly. Grab the bigger skewer and glue the skewer to the back of the tree. You can remove the twine or keep it and glue it down. Grab some red paint and paint the nose of one of the reindeers red. That's right, we need Rudolph to lead the sleigh. Grab some white paint and paint the skewer. You can also paint the blocks if you want to, but the buffalo snow will cover up the blocks. You are going to need a long board. You can find one of these at Dollar Tree. Grab some buffalo snow, and yes, the snow was on clearance last year at Walmart for only $1. You are going to spread the snow onto the board until all of the board is covered up in snow. The fun part starts now. I am going to be putting together this sleigh that was on clearance at Dollar General for only 25 cents a couple of years ago, and you can still find these sleighs at Dollar General this season. The sleigh doesn't come painted. You can paint it if you want to or leave it as it comes. I decided to paint it for this DIY. I used barn red for the sleigh and metallic gold for the rails. When putting the sleigh together, you will have to use some force to get all the pieces in place. If you have a small mallet, you can use the mallet to hit the pieces that won't go all the way through the holes. Now you are going to glue down the snow onto the board. Now you are going to take the sleigh and glue it down onto the board. You will have to remove some of the snow out of the way so the rails can attach to the board. You will have to add more glue to the rails again. Once the rails are attached to the board, you can use more snow to cover up any open spaces that are not covered up with snow. You are going to start gluing the reindeers onto the board. Move the snow out of the way and grab Rudolph. Add some glue onto the block and then place the block onto the board. Once Rudolph is in place, cover up the block with the snow. Do the same thing with the other reindeers until all the reindeers are in place and all the blocks are covered up with the snow. Grab the trees and let's glue them onto the board. You will need to do the same thing. Remove some of the snow and then glue the trees onto the board. Once the trees are in place, cover up the block with the snow. You can add more snow if there are any openings that didn't get covered up. You can also go and fix some of the snow if it's out of place. Let's add some snowflakes onto the trees. Let's place all the presents inside the sleigh. You can't have an empty sleigh without presents. Here is the completed sleigh with reindeers and presents. If you would like to, you could also add some lights to this DIY. Thank you. Remember to subscribe, share, and like this video.